I'm Jo, and welcome to my January update. Now, apologies for this being so late, but January was a hell of a month. So many ups and downs, so many. Now, if you remember in my last update that I did, my end of year update, I will link that up for you in case you missed that. I've been having some major difficulties with my health. And basically in January, I carried on with various different hospital visits, doctor's appointments, etc., etc. They're still under medication and things. And we basically got some answers finally. Yay! This is the best part. A lot of the visits and tests and things I had done were not fun, but they have meant that I now know what is causing all of my symptoms and everything. At least we hope this is all of it now, because it turns out I have various different conditions which all of them have lots of symptoms, and those symptoms sometimes overcross each other. But the main things are that I have chronic thyroiditis and hypothyroidism. So that explains so much. And also I have some swelling of my thyroid there and things as well. And also have some nodules on my thyroid as well, which have the cysts that I had have grown, and as one of the nodules is now solid, that's a little bit more concerning, especially as it's growing. So going to be keeping closer tabs on that as well, just to make sure that everything stays under control. But that explains a lot of stuff. a lot of stuff. I also have chronic gastritis as well, which as I already have IBS and I have acid reflux as well, so I'm not really surprised that I also have chronic gastritis. I'm very aware of my digestive issues and things, so not really surprised by that. The fact of the reflux though has had obviously complications for just the general swelling in my throat area and things as well. And turns out that the bronchitis that I had at the beginning of November, which if you remember I had quite badly and everything, that did some damage on my vocal cords and the inside of my throat in general. That mixed with the acid reflux, not a good combination, which is why I still have a lot of inflammation in my throat. The reason why I haven't been able to film this update before now is because I keep losing my voice because of this. So basically I have a lot of inflammation in my throat, including on my vocal cords, and we're working on it. I now have new meds for that as well, and it's working. It is working. It's definitely improving. A lot less painful now than it was, and I can actually speak now, which is great because I was basically completely without a voice for a while, which for someone like me who loves to talk was very frustrating to say the least, and then obviously it was quite painful. So quite happy that that's improving, and that takes a bit of the pressure off the thyroid there as well, because the general swelling goes down, and hopefully that's going to get better. So anyway, this was like such a roller coaster of emotions, especially considering how many years been trying to get answers for my medical problems, and they've managed to get various different things through the years, but they've never really got to like the main cause of it, and now it looks like we have. So it's such a, I mean, it sucks because it sucks, but it's also such a relief to finally know, this is why I'm always ill and stuff. So, yeah, very up and down over that. But just know that if you are struggling with chronic illness and things, but still don't have your why, don't give up. Don't give up, because every little step that you take getting closer there, then, sometimes you have to get really, really ill to then finally get those answers. So, it's everything happens for a reason. So I've been through it a lot in recent months. It's really not been fun, but it has got me to a point where I'm actually getting good, solid answers now, and therefore can find solid solutions to control the problem. So whilst I might not have the miracle cure that I was kind of hoping to get to, but I think if I'm honest, I probably gave up on the idea of that a few years back. So I'd kind of given up on the idea of ever working out what was actually wrong with me. It was just gonna be one of those mysteries that you never really get to the end of. But now I've got closer. So don't give up. If that's you, don't give up, because you can get there. You can get there. Anyway, so that explains some of that stuff. Now, on to the really good stuff. For my blog, January was the best month that I have had since I started blogging. Now, those of you that have followed me for a while know that I have been blogging for a long time. I originally started first dabbling in blogging in 2006. It was even really a thing. And it's been a little bit sort of on and off, the effort that I've put into it. I've had various different vlogs over the years and things, but January was my best month ever since starting. So I set a new personal best for traffic to joelinstar.com, and that was with 74,839 views just for January. So thank you very much to all of you that visited my little corner of the web. You are helping me realize a dream of mine. I want to grow the blog even more and turn it into hopefully a full-time income. And yeah, so thank you for all of your support. Also, I did this with just 21 posts. So whilst my original plan had been to post daily to the blog, I wanted to increase my posting, which I did. I did increase it, but 21 posts out of the month, so I still missed a few days here and there. The other good thing about the blog was that I managed to get my DA score up to 33. So basically over the past couple of months I've been going up one every month, so I'm getting there. It's improving, doing good, so really happy about that as well. And just the general growth of the site I'm so truly grateful. So there's that. Now, reading challenges. I started my clock reading challenge for 2024. Now, if you want more information about the clock reading challenge, I will link up some posts for you down below as well. My first book that I read for this one is an ARC copy that I got sent via NetGalley by the publisher, which is One of the Good Guys. This one right here, and it was an awesome read. So good. So we're off to a good start. The clock reading challenge it's looking good, people. It's looking good. So I'm nicely on course, and the first book was good. So it's promising. It's promising for the month. So rather happy about that. And that also was off of my NetGalley TBR, so also improving my ratio over there as well already, because yet again I'm doing the NetGalley TBR reading challenge, which is again one that I've set for myself. Again, over at jolienstar.com you can find all the information about these. I will add links for you. But yeah, basically this year I have 19 books on my TBR for NetGalley that I want to get through, and this is the first one, so that's quite a good start. Another book which I read, which is not actually part of any reading challenge, I just bought it on Amazon and wanted to read it, and that is Don't Read the Last Page by Catherine Doan. Again, I'm going to link up reviews that I do for these books. This one was quite good. It was long. Overly long for what it could have been, but it was still good. I will tell you more about that in the full review that I do. But yeah, so I read that one as well. And I also started reading War of the Wind by Victoria Williamson, which is this one here, which is on my NetGalley TBR. Got sent a copy of that. This one was because I took part in a book tour for this book where I hosted a spotlight at jolienstar.com. Again, I will link that up for you. And that exploded. That had so many visits to it. It is by far, I think in like the first week that I published the spotlight, it was my most successful book spotlight ever in the history of the site. It had like 5,000 views or something, just like in a matter of a couple of days. I'm not sure why that is. I know the author has written a lot of books, and I know that they are quite popular because through the Right Reads group that I'm part of on Twitter, again I will link up to that for you, they have hosted a lot of book tours by this author, and whilst I've only ever participated doing book spotlights for it, I never read any of the author's work before, but I'd read a lot of the reviews that other people had written during the book tours, and it was all very positive kind of comments. So when I got offered a copy of this to read as well, because I was part of the book tour, I was like, okay, let's give this a go. It's an eco-thriller, which sounded interesting to me, and you know, thought, why not? So I started making progress on that one as well. Again, I will link up to all of the stuff for you for those. Travel-wise, nothing to report here, really, unless we want to count visits to hospitals and various different doctors' appointments in various structures throughout Rome. I am now pretty well, I have a good understanding of pretty much all of the hospitals in Rome. I can tell, I can just walk in and I know exactly where I need to go to get to the department that I need to go to and stuff, but I don't think that really counts as travel. But yeah, that was the limit of it because my health was not good, as I say. Again, same with my fitness stuff. Breathing was good enough. So just making it to the end of January. Very grateful for that. I did, however, do some research into some fitness challenges because all of these health problems and everything, just underlining for me yet again that I need to improve on my general health. If I can manage to make my body healthier and stronger, then even with the various different problems, then hopefully I will be more resilient to not getting ill from various other viruses and things. I have a very weak immune system, so I tend to get everything that goes around and in quite a heavy form of it. Not ideal when I have two children who like to bring home everything from school and share it with me. So I'm hoping that I can improve my general health, and that will help with that. And obviously exercise will be good. Also connected with my thyroid problems, if I can do some a little bit more exercise there, then maybe that will help control some of the symptoms with that as well. So I did some research and I looked into a lot of 30-day fitness challenges. And so I did a blog post about those as well, if you're interested in checking those out. And my goal is to try at least one of these. Now, these are for beginners, because obviously I'm not in the best of health. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of these fitness guru workouts that you find like all over. They're too much for me. I can't do that. I'm starting from zero. So you know, I can't deal with a lot of cardio. I've been on bed rest for a lot of time over the past couple of years, say past 3 years. I've probably spent half of that on bed rest due to various different illnesses. COVID, I got twice very heavily. That almost killed me. I had my intestines stopped moving, and so I had an intestinal blockage, and so I had to go to hospital for that as well, and that ended up on bed rest for quite a long time as well. Then bronchitis and various other issues. So it's been a bit of a mess. Gonna be honest with you. And so with all of these things though, obviously I have had a very sit down, lie in bed kind of lifestyle for the past few years. So I'm not going to go from that to running marathons or doing heavy workouts. And I really don't think it would be good for my health. It's not a positive thing for my health to try and do that anyway. And I know I wouldn't be able to, and that I would just lose motivation straight away doing that. So I particularly wanted to look for easy to do challenges that would slowly get me into doing more movement and doing more exercise, hopefully on a daily basis, to sort of build it up more gradually. And I wanted it to be things that a complete beginner can do. So someone without any real strength or flexibility or with good cardio and things like that. You know, I wanted it to be complete beginner level. So I come up with a few ideas for that, and I'm going to be trying them out throughout the year. And I will give feedback on the various different challenges I do. Be prepared for some before and afters. Hopefully there will be a lot of improvement in the after one. And so I will be doing blog posts as well for those over at joleanstell.com to update on my fitness journey over there. But January was a planning the challenges as opposed to doing them. So anyway, that was my January. And yeah, I have big plans to grow my blog even more throughout the year. I hope you will continue to come and visit me over there. Please feel free to drop a comment and say hi in the comment sections over there as well. And also, if any of you have any topics that you would like me to cover, then let me know those as well, and I will do my best to cover them for you. Anyway, so that is it. That was my January. I hope you guys had a good January as well. Hopefully maybe you got some good news and things as well through the month. Are you taking part in any reading challenges? And if you are you taking part in the clock reading challenge? If not, why not? And there's still plenty of time to take part in that. It's only 12 books out of the entire year, so it's very doable as a challenge. Again, I like easy, doable stuff that still gives you progress. So anyway, yeah, check that one out. Also, NetGalley. How many books do you have on your NetGalley TBR? Be honest. Okay, how how many books do you have on your neck LETBR for this year so far, to date? How are you starting the year off? I'm curious to know. So let me know down in the comment section below. And again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.